Here we presents the top 5 best retro gaming console. Starting at number 5, MJKJ Handheld. The RG350 is the real deal, a stellar option for retro gaming fans. But don't just take my word for it. Kotaku loved it as well. In terms of what this pocket beast is capable of, it'll emulate NES, SNES, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Genesis, Neo Geo, PS1, and a host of other systems you probably won't use, but it's still cool to have access to. Where the RG350 differs from the more generic options, you know the types, is in how well put together it is. It feels like a proper machine, rather than a lump of cheap plastic. I've also got to give props to the implementation of the R1, R2 and 1 lira 2 lira triggers as buttons along the top of the case. That's some smart design right there. It's a shame the RF350 can't emulate N64 games yet, but considering how much it can play, and its price point, the RG350 is one of the best handheld retro consoles around. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, Evercade Premium Pack. The Evercade Retro console is something I, and many others are extremely excited about. The screen is super clear, the controls feel natural, and the emulation is on point. This premium pack even comes with 3 collection cards spanning Data East, Interplay, and Atari. The Evercade is the best investment on this list. It's going to have support going forward, meaning there should be new cards coming out with even more games on. Plus you don't have to worry about downloading ROMs. What's not to love? I've since gone hands-on with the Evercade, so if you want more in-depth thoughts, that article has everything you need to know. Halfway of my listed number 3, GPD Win 3.5. Imagine a Nintendo 3DS with the power of a gaming PC. That's what the GPD Win 3 mini laptop is. Okay, sure, not many will be able to get past the price of the Win 3, but this is a list of the best handheld retro consoles, so I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. As it's built on Windows architecture, that means we're dealing with PC-based emulators. PS2, GameCube, Dreamcast, Wii U, the Win 3 will be able to play everything and then some. I've seen The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild running on the Win 2 Mini, and it's just a mind-blowing visual. To think how far people will push the newer version is stupidly exciting. The other thing to keep in mind is the Win 3 isn't just some cheap plastic toy. All the parts are solid and feel high-end. You won't find a better, more powerful gaming handheld out there. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2, PlayStation Classic Console. The PlayStation was released at a pivotal time in gaming's history, as 3D graphics made its first steps into mainstream acceptance. The PSX era brought forth some of the all-time favorites, and you'll get to enjoy a handful of them on the PlayStation Classic. It's a fine replica of the original console made with love and dedication. Still, a lackluster library keeps it from achieving a better spot on our list. We have to commend Sony for making the PlayStation Classic as true to the PSX as modern standards permit. The controllers replicate the original's feel and build quality closely. You get 2, both of which are from the pre-DualShock days. You might find navigating awkward in some games without the DualShock's analog sticks. On the bright side, their USB caps mean you can plug the controllers into a PC or a modern PlayStation console and enjoy retro games that way too. And number 1. Nintendo Entertainment. Retro games emulation has been around for more than a decade. However, the NES Classic Mini was the first serious attempt by an original publisher to restore an old system to its former glory. It's a dead ringer for the NES of old, comes with a simplistic but serviceable main menu, and emulates the generous library of games to look better than they ever did back in the 80s. Fans of the 8-bit NES will fawn over the NES Classic Mini's appearance. It's smaller, but that doesn't mean that every groove or contour isn't where it's supposed to be and proportional. The controllers use Wii Remote accessory ports, and could be easily mistaken for the ones you got with your first NES. Everything from their charming rectangular shape, dimensions, and button responsiveness is copied exactly and instantly recognizable to fans. We're particularly fond of the D-pad, which remains among Nintendo's best to this day. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button. share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.